Classic Truck Rescue. This is the third video and the last video, unfortunately, that we made with George. This video was made when we were on our way to Idaho to deliver Sarge, a 19... Idaho. But you should have saw what I saw in Utah. Anyway, this is the third video that we made with George, and it'll be the last one, unfortunately. But we were going to Idaho to deliver a 1948 or 49 GMC pickup to a shop to be customized for a customer. And we decided before we left that we would stop and see George for Thanksgiving. We wanted to give him a surprise Thanksgiving. So we actually took a turkey with us and all of the trimmings.
Cooked it in a motel room.
We stopped at a motel room on the way to deliver the truck to Idaho. Left all our stuff there, went and delivered the truck, came back, picked up the turkey and all the trimmings, and we called George to surprise him. At this point, George was in a care home because he had fallen asleep next to his fire, and I hadn't next to his furnace, and I hadn't heard from George in a long time, and I'd been calling him, and I told Jamie that I was that I was worried, that I feared the worst. And finally a friend of his got a hold of me and said that George was in a care home, so we were planning on bringing him his turkey dinner there. But no, didn't we have it set up with him where we were going to go to his house, right?
Yeah, and then we went to this.
Yeah. Well, we called him. We called him because I think we had made plans to go to his house, but we were going to surprise him with the turkey dinner. And we called him the morning that we were going to go to his house, and he said, "Well, you're going to have to hurry up because I'm on my way to church." And I go, "What about the turkey and everything?" And he said, "Well, yeah, bring it." And so I brought it. Yeah, so we went to his church and had a potluck Thanksgiving dinner with him, and then we went out to his house, and that was the last time, unfortunately, we saw George. I actually finally made a deal to buy a truck from him and gave him some money on it, but...
Didn't we go see him in the nursing home?
Yeah, that was on a different trip.
Oh.
But anyway, this is the final video of George. Rest in peace, George Griffith. Good man. I feel like my life was enriched just by being able to hang out with him and spend time with him. And that'll be it in this series. Hope everyone's having a good Memorial Day, and God bless America. Peace out. Classic Truck Rescue out in eastern Oregon. Hopefully it'll stay dry for us today. It was real wet last night. We're heading out to Boise to deliver Sarge 48 GMC truck. That's Sarge right there. He's got great patina. Anyway, we're going to deliver him to a shop in Boise where I think some work's going to get done on him before he gets sent to his new owner. Anyway, I wanted to show you this. Oh, and then tomorrow, what are we doing tomorrow, Jamie? What are we doing tomorrow on Thanksgiving Day?
See George.
We're gonna go see our buddy George. We've got a turkey. We actually got a motel room close to George's house, and we stopped there last night, and we've got the turkey in the refrigerator. What? What?
I wrote down names and I forgot.
What, of people who are sent things to give to George? Yeah, we'll cover that later. Some of our viewers sent some things to give to George, and it was pretty cool, but we'll go over that later. Right now, we're just trying to make it to Boise, Idaho. We're going to deliver Sarge, and then on the way back, we're going to stop by and look at a truck that I've been making payments on for a while. It's a 1959 Chevy cab over. They're kind of rare, but...
We might be able to film a honey hole we found.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we might be able to film a honey hole too that we found right by the motel that we're going to make it back to tonight, where we left all our stuff in George's turkey.
Meet Amy Weinhardt.
She's been being pretty good. You've been being pretty good. When we go to McDonald's, this is what Annabella gets. Look at this little box. That's an Anna box. What do you think about that? You want some of that? Anna. Peace out. Anna won't give me a peace out.
Peace out. That's your line.
Classic Truck Rescue. Peace out. Little God spotlights. Kind of cool. Anyway, I just thought I'd we're getting ready to roll in pretty close to Boise now, and we'll be saying goodbye to Sarge. Found him a new home. Actually, I think he's going to a shop where they build some pretty cool stuff, and hopefully we'll get an update on old Sarge. And he's looking a lot better. I don't know what their plans are with him. Not a perfect truck, got some dents, got a few rust spots, but it's a very complete truck, and a 1948 GMC, which makes it old. And I don't know the exact history on it, but I call him Sarge because of that. And he's got them on both doors. Need some rear fenders. But I think it's a good bones for a project. I really like his patina. So we'll be saying goodbye to Sarge. Can't keep them all, but what we do is we find them and we get them to people that'll fix them up and get them out of the bushes, and that's what we've done with him. But I'll really get a shot of that. Pretty cool. Classic Truck Rescue. Signing off with Sarge. Couldn't ask for better weather really in November to be going through mountain passes. Yeah, it's clearing up now. Yeah, we got changed, but better to have them and not need them than to need them and not have them, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I just talked to a good friend of mine named Dallas that I'm buying this 59 Chevy cab over from, and we're going to try to see him either on the way to Boise or on the way back, because I haven't actually laid eyes on this truck and I've been paying for it for a while. But he has a friend down the road from him that has a 57 GMC cab over that I might be looking at and trying to make a deal on. And if we get that, we'll have all of the different body styles of 1955 to 1959 Chevy and GMC low cab forward trucks. So that'll round out that part of the collection. And kind of looking forward to seeing this. We've had a couple of these low cab forward GMC trucks, and both of them kind of got snatched out of our hands, huh? We can't hold on to all the cars. Well, sometimes you gotta sell a truck to somebody that really wants it in order to keep getting trucks and eat and buy Annabella nuggets. Classic Truck Rescue. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, you guys missed a bunch of stuff yesterday. We ended up having to change our plans because Sarge, the truck that was on the back, that's not on the back anymore. There's a trailer back there, but there's nothing on it. Sarge, the shop we were delivering it to, the guys wanted to take off and go start celebrating Thanksgiving a little earlier, so we had to change our plans and go straight there to drop off Sarge. So we didn't get a chance to film anything there. And then on the way back, we stopped and made a payment on that truck that I've been purchasing for a while. And Jamie, as soon as she laid eyes on him, the name came right out of her neck, and it was perfect. Humphrey.
I couldn't even see him, but I could see his humps. He had humps for days.
He's pretty cool, isn't he? Very solid, very straight truck. I'm happy with it, but
I want a dump truck like that.
that would be pretty cool, actually. Anyway, so but we met the Ford version of Classic Truck Rescue, as far as I'm concerned, don't you think? Oh, Dallas, my buddy Dallas Mathis.
And it was awesome, and Gopher was having fun, and I was having fun.
Yeah.
Just to see, like,
yeah, Gopher got to
ranch, but I don't know.
Gopher got to go to a Ford place.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, Dallas.
He has a big job. I get that.
He's got a truck out there, old Ford, that's got some Ford big job truck chrome emblems on it. And Jamie wants to get those and put them on the Gopher because he does big jobs.
I'll be a poser because it says 750 on there, but
yeah, he's paid his dues. He can get away with a bogus emblem, right?
I just need to get bigger turbos.
Yeah.
I need to make him a 7. I need to make him a 7.
Yeah, we did need a guy that put a 7.3 turbo on a 6.0, and it sounded just awesome. Anyway, so when we go, we did make another payment on what's his name?
Dallas.
No, the truck.
Oh, Humphrey.
Humphrey. As soon as Jamie saw it, she goes, Humphrey. And I'm like, that's his name. He's got humps on his humps. Pretty unique looking truck. Not like my other 55 to 59 Chevy and GMC trucks. And
he should be parked right next door to Windmill.
And we got a lead. Actually, not a lead. Dallas already sewed up a 57 GMC low cab forward for us at an extremely reasonable price. And he tells
extremely low price.
Yeah. And we were looking at Humphrey, and that truck was in amazing condition. It's one of those trucks that the doors close real well on, and no rust. It's got, like, that's it, my thumb on each door on one corner. That's the rust that it has, right?
Yeah, you can take that camera off anytime.
Oh, anyway. So we got that sewed up, and when we go back, we are definitely going to spend a day during the daylight with my buddy Dallas Mathis. And wait till you see his truck that he's trying to name. How about that truck? The one he restored?
Yeah,
it's beautiful. It's an old 50s Ford cab over that is just gorgeous. We'll show you that too. But right now, doesn't the truck smell good? We got a turkey. We got a turkey in the back, wrapped up. We were going to take Thanksgiving to George, and I called George this morning, and he's like, well, they got that potluck down at the church. Why don't we just go contribute it down there? And I was like, George, your call. He's in the right to...
You talk to me, and you're like, Rapunzel?
Yeah, because we brought all the trimmings, and we brought everything, and some of that canned stuff we don't have to cook or whatever. We'll take the turkey and the pie down there and go hang out with George. Right now we're going to meet him at his church, and then he's going to go see his wife.
But nobody even knows. Like, we totally could be the Cramdens or something, because just getting to the motel and making the turkey, we got in really late, right?
Yeah.
We didn't have any pans or anything.
Yeah,
the turkey was kind of frozen, trying to get stuff out, trying to make TV
It smells delicious, though.
I know, but waiting for the oven to heat up, and then us both like, oh, we're so tired, we'll just put it in the morning, and then falling asleep.
But I did get up this morning,
You
didn't I?
It's so funny.
I got up at 7 o'clock
If I'd have left
this
that
morning.
turkey that way, it would be so horrible.
just got up.
It would be like the hat you wanted.
I just got up, grabbed the turkey, and threw it in the pan and threw it in the oven. And Jamie's like, "You can't do that." She was all grumpy.
I was. And you were grumpy too.
I went back to bed with my little dog.
Yeah. You grabbed Annabella and went to bed, and then I got mad because I'm like, I'm supposed to be right there, and he's mad at me now.
Love you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, and you know what? Have you ever cut up celery with the low budget grade plastic?
Oh yeah, we forgot to bring utensils, and we got some Wally World. God, what are those things even good
I don't
for?
know, but I think they were rubber.
It was like this multi-pack of forks, spoons, and knives made out of plastic, and they're like the toy knife you got when you were 3 that was rubber.
I can't wait till America's great again and we can get some decent plastic silverware.
That'll be nice. Anyway, Classic Truck Rescue heading for the church. Happy Thanksgiving to all our viewers. Love you guys. And we'll be back when I buy a truck from George. All right? He's been trying to get me to buy a truck. Did you bring me any money? Well, yes, George. This time I did bring you just a little bit of money.
I want a picture with the 6060.
We'll get that. We got a video of that truck. It's a spectacular truck. And we'll video the one that we're buying from George. By the way, we've already named the truck that we're buying from George. And we named it George. No, the one I'm getting from George.
Yeah, George.
It's George's pickup truck, the 52 Chevy pickup. I'll show it to you after church.
Man, you know what? What's the
But
point?
we gotta go. We're running late, but we have to get fuel. And the turkey's back there, covered up in a towel. But this little thing right here, trust me, she's got skills. So I'm like, Jamie, we cannot leave Annabella in the truck alone with the turkey. So, we had this, and Jamie's like, yeah, she'd be in the turkey. And I'm like, yeah, she'd be bloated. She would, though. She really would, wouldn't she?
Oh, my belly is hurting now.
All right, we're running late for church. You got to stay here with the turkey, honey.
You know what happens when you laugh too much? One of these days you're gonna die laughing.
All right, we'll be back. Sometimes when we're on our road trips, we get way out in the middle of nowhere like we are now. You think about the people you're going to see and the people you've seen along the way. And Dallas, the guy we met last night, that I'm going to introduce you guys to. I told him I was going to bring that camera back and film all his trucks and let him share his knowledge, because he's very knowledgeable about Ford trucks from the 40s and 50s. He really is. I was impressed. And he's building some cool stuff, and we'll show you that. But you think about the people when you're out in the middle of nowhere like this in Dallas. The truck, and I'll splice in some pictures of the truck that Jamie has named Humphrey. He agreed to sell it to me on payments because his wife came down, was afflicted by cancer, and he found out that his insurance, you probably didn't know this, he found out that his insurance was being canceled or had been cut back or something and would not cover the costs of her chemotherapy. And he told me that I could make payments on the truck because if I did that, he'd have enough to make the payments on that chemo, and he really loves his wife. But another thing I'm thinking about is, this will be about the fourth or fifth time that I've seen George. And we talk about his wife a little bit. Actually, he kind of talks about her often, but I don't know if George's wife is still with us. I don't. And shame on me if he told me the first time I met him, and we had so much going on that day. What? That's a Curtis truck. But anyway, so I don't know if George's wife is still with us or not. And the last time I saw him, I asked him how long he was married to her, and he looked me right in the eyes and said, "Do you mean how long have we been married?" So that made me even more confused, because either it's just George being George and he's got super great ethics and principles and everything, and I'm sure he will always be married to his wife forever, but I don't know.
Because love wins. And it is so flippin' windy out here. Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so what I was going to say is, we're going to George's church out here in the middle of nowhere, and then he said, well, then that'll give me a chance to go see my wife. So I don't know. It's kind of awkward. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I don't know.
Did I say it like that?
Yeah, you did.
How'd I say it?
Like an Italian man.
Anyway, so, and I shared this dilemma with my mom before we left. My mom actually got some stuff for George that we're taking to him. And she bought the turkey. Mom bought the turkey.
Breaking out.
Anyway.
She bought the whole meal.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. When she found out that I was worried that when I was going to tell her I wouldn't be there for Thanksgiving, and she was like, no, that'd be totally cool. You need to go do that.
Yeah.
And then she went out and shopped and got everything for the meal. Pretty cool. My mom's awesome. Happy Thanksgiving, Mom. Love you.
Happy Thanksgiving, Carol. Love you.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, Anna. That was an awesome, wasn't that great? It was an awesome Thanksgiving dinner.
Very refreshing and thankful for that.
Yeah, it was great. We went to George's Episcopal Church, and I don't know, I'm not a rocket scientist, but that's the Methodist church over there. And then around the corner is another little church.
Around Church
But
Street.
the people are so friendly in this town, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just awesome. Everybody's smiling and helping each other out. But we saw something cool on the way into town. And,
What?
Yeah, we'll show them in a minute. But George is going to head on back to his place, and we're going to meet him there. And I told him I'm buying that white truck from him, and I'm going to name it George. And he thought that was pretty cool. But let's go film that stuff I saw, honey.
Okay.
Classic Truck Rescue. Belly's full. We'll be back. When we were rolling in town, when we were rolling into town to meet George at his church for Thanksgiving dinner, we saw all this, all these old pieces of equipment and everything, and we did a little reading. We're in Heppner, Oregon. It's in eastern Oregon, and a lot of settlers that came out on the Oregon Trail settled right here. Heppner was known for cattle, sheep, horses, and wheat, and people settled out here because in those hills that you see all around here, tall bunch grass grew, and you could feed livestock with it. Come on, sweetie. Come here. In a property that we're walking on right now was an old bulk oil storage facility, and I guess they had a leak or something, but the property got condemned and shut down, and finally in 2000 the oil company that owned the property donated it to Heppner, and Heppner made a city park out of it. And it's pretty cool because when you travel around here you see all kinds of stuff like this out in the fields and everything, but like they took a whole bunch of it and put it together in one spot, which is a good use for an old condemned piece of property. But some of this stuff is super interesting, and I know where I can get one of these right here, back where we live, don't I? Remember?
Yes, and
Bought
a few other
57
things.
Chevy pickup from a guy that's got one of these sitting out behind his barn. But I don't know what all the equipment's for, but we couldn't drive by here and not show you this stuff. I mean,
I'm sure we're going to learn eventually what this.
there's an old farmal. That's my farmal. Tug, that's his grandpa. That's Tug's grandpa right there. Might be Tug's dad. He's pretty old. This is a cool town where you got something like this. Minneapolis Moline, another Minneapolis Moline, an old case, John Deere, farm all in the background. That thing might have come over on the Oregon Trail.
Probably did.
It looks old enough. Anyway, and then over here.
Do you remember some of these things from when you were a kid?
Oh yeah. Look at that. That's how you used to drag a log when all you had was your oxen and some big wheels.
Big wheels. What about that?
Look at that. You know what?
You could run that sometimes in the morning.
Right now we talk about our 500 horsepower, 1,000 horsepower engines. back in the day, if you had 16 horsepower on your tractor, you could look at all the other farmers that were out there with their reins following them horses and laugh. Pretty cool. One of my tractors has the big belt drive. Tug, he's got the, come on.
He does?
Yeah. My tractor Tug has a drive like this, but it's smaller on the side of him. And what that's for is a belt. And I've got an old drill press that was run by a belt off of a tractor. But this one was for running this piece of equipment over here. And I'll tell you what that is as soon as I read the sign.
I think hay baler maybe? And then it shot grains out the back? I don't know.
It's a thresher. That's what I told you when we
What is threshing?
In honor of the veterans, all the sheepherders and shepherds that tended the sheep of Eastern Oregon. The grass out here is just awesome. Great for raising cattle and horses and sheep. But inside a legitimate covered wagon, they had it was like a camper, like one of those sliding campers you put in the back of your pickup truck. It's got a bed in there and a little wood burning stove. Anyway, it's cold out here. We got to go meet George back at his ranch because he's waiting for us, and then he wants to go see his wife, and I still don't know about our new home, honey. When we need to bug out. This is where we're going. It's gonna be our new house. Hey, we can have that moved to the property. Oh, I don't think I will. Yeah, there's our bridge out there.
Totally, I need some wood.
You gotta watch it when you're out here because George's place will creep up on you in a heartbeat. You'll be going along for miles and miles and there won't be anything. And then all of a sudden, there's George's house. I don't remember George having a car like that.
Yeah, I do.
But we stopped for a while to film.
It was
and George left when we left. And if we caught up with George,
well, look,
he's been driving really slow.
30 miles an hour. That's all right. He's safe.
Is that George?
Yes.
Wow. Well, he is safe, isn't he?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Like 25?
30.
Oh, 30. All right. Well, don't crowd him.
Shame like.
Yeah, give him plenty of room, honey. Old George.
That's why
He just keeps on trucking, though.
Think we'll ever be like this? No.
One of us already is.
Who?
You. Oh, no, you're Leadfoot, Jamie. That's right.
No, but you, I could just see you're going to be like 120 doing Brodies in the pasture. Trouble.
Oh, yeah, I've got priors.
Trouble will be looking all pristine and tight, and you'll be feeble.
I'll be all rusty and
But
dented.
you'll still be going, how's it go? Oh, what's this little guy over here?
Oh,
Is that a Wally Washington?
that's a Wally Washington. No, that's a Chevy.
Over here. Oh, that's
That's George's Chevy. Yeah, here's George's house. Yeah.
Oh.
This is a truck that I'm going to buy from George. Just to kind of break the ice with him. He's already told me what he wants for it. I'm not going to try to do the negotiating thing with George. He gave me a price at fair price. And we're going to go with that. But it's a real solid truck. We're going to name it George. And probably going to leave this one bone stock and just get it running and driving real good and clean it up. It still has its correct original radio on the dash. Everything's here, and George said that it was running, but that the rear end had gone out in it. It's a super solid truck. It really is. It's got some dents on it. One of the fenders is really beat up, but solid metal, can be made straight again. And he's already got the correct rear end for it, sitting up there. Just got to install it, and so we're gonna go ahead and give him some money down on this today. Like I said, just to break the ice. George has some other things out here that we're interested in that he told us is for sale. I think somebody might be interested in this two-door Impala. I know there's a ton of Impalas, but the two-doors aren't as common. And this one's got some really cool patina, I think. So needs a new vinyl top, needs a lot of interior work, but it's kind of cool. Jamie's got one truck out here. See, I told you, he moves them around. See that? He's got one truck out here that Jamie's in love with. I'm kind of in love with it too. This GMC right here is not too bad. Some of George's trucks have really low miles on them too. I believe he said that one's for sale and this one's for sale. He's got 3 or 4 of these, but a lot of George's truck is really cool patina. I think most of these early 50s trucks are for sale, but that's the one Jamie and I like. George calls it the 6060 truck because it's a Viking 60. And it's a 1960. Oh, it's just your size, honey? Boy, look at the tires on this thing, man.
It's just my size.
Okay, but look, he's not gonna part with this until we break the ice with him. And we're gonna start out with that pickup. I like this one right here.
That one too. You know what it reminds
55
me?
Chevy.
Nitro had that front end, huh?
U.S. Army. ID 9097. Very small. Got the key in the ignition. I really like that thing right there. Anyway, he's got a bunch of these first series 48 to 55 first series trucks. There's a couple more around here that he said were for sale. What's that bed on? That thing's in pretty good shape. Boy, I bet there's some guy with a truck out there. It's a Ford. That's a Ford. Look at that tailgate. That tailgate's going to remind you of a tailgate you've seen before. The one that got away?
Todd.
Well, Todd's a Ford guy.
Yeah.
I didn't give it to him.
Well, I know.
Or maybe I did. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, I bet somebody would like to have that bed for an old Ford pickup project. It's in pretty good shape, isn't it? And that truck right there is for sale. It's also 5-window, deluxe chrome and everything, and he's got another one like that. There's an old 2-door Bel Air. Wonder what he wants for that.
Like a 60s?
Well, it's not the desirable fastback, but it is a 2-door. It's pretty solid. Look, the little ring fell off of one of the taillights and they set it up there on the trunk. This is a 3 in the tree car, I think. Yeah, clutch pedal. 3 in the tree car, probably got a 6-cylinder. It could have the 283 in it though. Boy, it's solid. How's the front end on this thing? Oh, he's got that wired to it so people don't, oh, because the front end's in perfect condition. That's why. Oh yeah. That's an old one. Just probably be the next truck we'll pick up from George right here. This one's real solid. He said it runs and has some miles in it. Anyway, last time we were here, I wanted to get this Cadillac on film, but the GoPro misbehaved on us and we lost a whole bunch of film, including the film that we got of George's first new car he ever bought, but we don't really need to have that one out there. Anyway, this is a four-door, but it is in just awesome shape. It's super solid, and the interior is pretty nice on it too. I mean, it probably needs seat covers and stuff, but look at the dash and stuff. He said this had low miles too. Well, I guess 94,000 is pretty low for this. It's a well, the numbers have wore off of the ID tag. I can't tell. Anyway, we'll look up what year it is, or ask George. It's a super solid car, it really is. Like I said, it's real complete, real straight, real solid. Oh, that's the hood. I thought the fender was split right there. Yeah, this is the car right here. Look at that. Wow. Is that in nice shape or what? Pretty sweet. For a four-door. I like those blue tinted windows too. Yeah, everything's unmolested under the hood. This is like a 65 or 6 Cadillac. I'm not a big Cadillac expert. I'll get one. Pretty nice. Alright, honey, I'm gonna go over there. Behind that building there's a creek. And the first time I met George, he said, go on out there behind that building, there's a Pontiac in the creek back there, and let me know if you're interested in it. So instead of making you go through the fence, and so Anna can go chase that bunny rabbit she just saw, I'll go over there and you can look at it later. Alright? Alright. Let me know if I get bit by a rattlesnake. Okay. Wonder what that is. George has got some of those old push rotary mowers back here. He's got a few of them. I think there's guys that here's the Pontiac in the creek. Oh, what happened? No. No, the Pontiac is not in the creek anymore. And it is trashed. Oh no. That grill might be good though. Something happened. The Pontiac got moved. The Pontiac got moved. Oh well. I saw a show recently where they were working, Counts Customs I think was working on, maybe it wasn't Counts Customs. Somebody was working on one of these old Pontiacs and needed this chrome right here. I think that grill's in good shape too. Not perfect, but it might be in pretty good shape. What happened? This thing had it was in a lot different shape the last time I saw it. Before it was down there in that creek. See the creek? I wonder if George pulled that out. Anyway. Probably still got some pretty rare chrome on it. Oh, it's got the hydromatic and hydromatic shifter. Yeah. This is a parts car probably. But That said, I bet some of that chrome's really hard to find. See if I can get a shot of the dash. Yeah, see, just because this thing's sitting out here in the bushes, don't mean it don't still have good parts on it. Hopefully I got a shot that I can use off of that. Boy, what a mess. Shame to let those parts go to waste, though. I don't know. Seems like that hood ought to be worth something to someone. I'm out here in my new Sunday go-to-meeting clothes. Yeah, this thing got beat up somehow. Thinking the hood and grill might be worth something to someone. I hope nobody took George's door handles off it. Every time we talk about this truck, he says, "Now you know, I need those door handles." Okay, they're still there. Yep. All right. Cool. Oh, it's still got that piece too. Okay, I guess maybe this is in the same place it was the last time I saw it, but I bet that's a hard piece to find right there. Yeah. A lot of chrome on this thing. No, I guess I was mistaken. It wasn't in the creek, but it's it's in a pickle. Look at all the chrome on this. Like, see this right here on the trunk? That is super hard to get. And I don't know if you remember, but see that piece on the hood? That chrome trim up there on the hood? We just saw a show where they were talking about they spent a ton of time working on an old piece of chrome like that to get it right. And that one's in really nice shape. So it's worth dragging out of there and at least parting. You know, the bottom's probably all rusted to heck, but the parts are worth saving. Maybe I can get a bit. It's got a hydromatic in it too, and it's got, kind of looks like the hydromatic shifter out of my GMC trucks.
What's the story on this again?
I don't know, we'll ask him. All the gauges look like they're there to me from here. Yeah, it's worth dragging out of there. Just for parts, if nothing else. All right, let's go do our deal with George. Put a deposit down on the George truck and get out of his way so he can go see his wife. I do want you to get a little video of me chatting with him. We got to give him some presents too that people sent. Oh wow, good. Did you go through there? Oh. But my mom got you these. I kind of paid attention to what you wear.
You know what?
I know your style.
Yeah.
But I thought you'd like this one.
I would like them. I think it's meant for you.
No, they're for you.
Huh?
They're for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
why that?
Huh?
I said, why that?
Because it gets cold out here.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, then, he's been doing that for a long time.
I know, but people, one of my friends sent you this box. I don't know what's in it. You want me to open it, or you want to open it
Yeah,
later?
go ahead.
He's like, yeah, I want to see you do that without a knife. You got a knife on you, don't you?
Yeah, this knife has quite a story.
Could we turn the light on, George?
Yeah.
Should we? What's the story behind the knife,
The other
George?
one.
There we go.
Yeah, that knife. I got out of the toolkit on a Jeep in Japan in 1945.
You got this out of the toolbox on the Jeep in
In
1945?
In Japan.
A
Wow.
little bit worn, but I'm still carrying it.
It is a little worn, but
It's kind of a treasure.
it's kind of a treasure, yes. Sharp too. It might be worn, but it's still sharp.
Yeah, I use it a lot.
Wow. Do you sharpen it yourself, George?
What?
You sharpen it yourself?
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
when I do. It's sharp now.
It's pretty sharp.
Got a can opener and
Yeah, I don't want to force that blade in there. Am I closing that wrong?
that can opener actually works good.
George, I'm going to let you close that.
No, that's all right.
Anyway, this is a friend of mine named
A little blade.
Chad.
Screwdriver blade if we can get it out. Oh well, anyway. There's a screwdriver near the can.
Well, it came in handy today.
An army knife? Marine Corps.
Oh, I'm jealous. We sent him a 57 cameo.
Oh.
That's pretty neat.
Oh, for God's sake.
It's metal. It's not plastic.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
pretty
God.
neat.
Thank you.
Well, that's from Chad.
Well, that's heavy.
Yeah, it's not plastic. Well, he probably didn't think you'd have much respect for a plastic
Yeah.
one. Anyway, neighbor of mine sent this tub. It's full of like really heavy duty coats, sweatshirts, and stuff like that. And you can go through that later. What you want, keep. What you don't, toss or give to someone that does want it.
Well,
But there's some good stuff in here.
what?
There's some good stuff in here. We looked through,
Yeah.
there's some really good warm stuff in here.
Yeah, well, that's
Okay.
fine.
All right.
That's great.
So if there's anything there that you don't want, take it down there to your church.
Yeah.
Give it to them. Tell them pass it on. But we think my neighbor
Yeah.
do that.
Well, that's really nice of you.
That wasn't me. I didn't do anything for. I brought you some money though.
Well, fill a box like that?
The money
Yeah.
that one comes with a envelope. You got one?
He wants a box filled with money.
Yeah, me too. I'd buy all your trucks if I had that.
Yeah.
We just thought, we know you want to go see your wife, George. We enjoyed the dinner down at your church.
What?
We enjoyed the dinner down at your
Oh,
church.
yeah.
Really nice
Yeah, they
people.
put out a good meal.
Nice people. When we walked out of the church,
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, I love that gravy so much."
Oh.
And the lady walking in front of us turned around and said, "Thank you,"
Oh.
because she made it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that gravy was good.
oh, it was good. And she told us the secret. She probably didn't tell us all the secrets, but she told us some of the secrets to making it. So on our way home, we're going to buy another turkey and go home and cook it and try to make some of her gravy.
Yeah.
Another thing, George, is I apologize if you told me and I don't remember, but you talk about your wife a lot, and I know you love her. I know you do. And but I don't know if she's still with us or not. I don't know if you told me that or not. And
Oh yeah, she's 7 years younger than I am.
so your wife is still with us?
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
She's in an assisted living over.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Praise God.
Yeah.
Praise God. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were going
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't even want to talk
No,
about it, but I'm glad to hear that. I'm
Yeah.
glad.
Yeah, well, she's been there for 6 years.
Mm.
Well, maybe we could go visit her sometime.
Alzheimer's disease.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Does she still remember you?
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
she don't remember a lot of people, but she
That's so
still
good.
remembers.
I have to call my mom now. I have to call my mom now. She told me, well, when you find out, you better tell me, because I didn't know.
Yeah,
That,
yeah, I kept her there as long as I could, but I just wasn't able to keep her any longer.
I think it's pretty obvious you still keep her in here.
Yeah.
I know that. God bless you. You're a good man. Yeah, last time I was here, I asked you how long you and your wife were married.
Yeah.
And you said, how long have we been married? And I thought, I didn't know. I didn't know, but I'm glad. Praise
Yeah.
God. I'm glad she's with us.
65 years.
A lot of work. You're the guy that'll put that in. One other thing that I want to bring up with you, George, is, I have the utmost respect for you, and I have a brother that has served in the military for 22 years, a Navy SEAL, and I have a lot of respect for him.
That's quite a job.
But I didn't
Navy
serve.
SEAL,
Yeah,
those guys are tough.
I know. He's tough. He's always been tough. He always beat me up when we were little kids. Except for 1 month a year, because he was only 11 months older than me. So he would beat me up for 11 months,
Yeah.
but then I'd have a birthday and we'd both be the same age for a month, and I'd get even with him for the whole year. And he'd look at me kind of sideways when he knew my birthday was coming up. And I'd be like, yeah, it's payback time. But then he'd have a birthday and he'd beat me up for another 11 months. He'd get it. He got a lot more get backs than I did. I wanted to be honest with you about one thing. I have a lot of respect for law enforcement and everyone that serves in our military. But when I was younger, I did a lot of things wrong. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I ended up going to prison no, it wasn't good. And I was there for quite a while, but I've been out for, it's been 20 years since I've done anything wrong, and I've been out for, it'll be 10 years next month. And I got baptized in USP Leavenworth.
You got a what?
I got baptized in USP Leavenworth. That's where I found God, but I'm not one of those guys that found God in prison and then left my Bible there when I left. I actually took my Bible with me, and I still praise God every day. And so I just wanted to be honest with you about that. I'm not proud of what I did. It was wrong. I regret it. But you're my friend, and I feel like I need to be, well, I consider you my friend.
Well, thank you.
And I just wanted to be honest with you, but I don't do those things anymore. And I never hurt anyone, or I never put a gun in anyone's face, or that it doesn't make any difference. Wrong is wrong. But I just wanted to be honest with you about that. So.
Well, that's good.
Anyway.
Yeah, you're talking about the police and so on. When I was in the Marine Corps, I was in the military police.
No, I realize it. I don't have any resentments against police. They didn't make me be stupid. I did that on my own.
Yeah.
I did that on my own.
That's a good attitude.
I have a lot of respect, and I have friends that are police now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
So. Anyway, I thought I'd give you a deposit on that truck. If that's all right with you.
Well, now, it'd be a good idea, because I don't know how long I'm going to last. That picture over there,
Yeah?
that's when I was in the 3rd grade in 1934.
Yeah?
Let's see if you can pick them out.
He's sharper than a tack, honey. We know which one you are.
Which one am I?
The second one from the left? Yeah. We've been on the road for 3 days.
Yeah.
So,
That was all.
yeah.
Saddle sore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, that thing works good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Well, as you might gather.
Yeah.
I can turn it down.
Oh, no.
No, it's warm enough now. I did warm it up when I got back in here.
Wow, that heated up quick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very efficient. This place must be pretty well insulated, huh, George?
Yeah, when I built it,
You built this?
yeah, I put quite a lot of insulation in it.
Yeah, because you can't, it's quiet in here too when it's windy out.
The insulation is the cheapest fuel you can get.
Insulation is the cheapest fuel you can
Words
get.
of wisdom.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh yeah, we brought you a whole bunch of magazines too. The old car traders and
Yeah. Well, that's sure nice of you.
well, I already read them. I only read them once.
Yeah. You know that David DeMail that you were talking to? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's something that he signed.
He's the. We went by and filmed all the tractors and stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. George, are you going to put that on your wall up there?
Well, somewhere.
I think you put it right here.
Well, I'm thinking about it, one on each side of the bell. I've got other
My hat,
stuff
sorry.
here to.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be good.
This was taken.
Yeah.
That was taken in Washington D.C.
I think we should put that up here.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking about.
And then put the other one over there.
And this was taken. There was an outfit called Honor Flight.
Yeah, you told us. The lady that runs Honor Flight and her husband told me to tell you God bless you and thank you for your service.
Oh.
I talked to him on the phone yesterday. The guy called me. He's restoring an old pickup truck. And he bought parts from me a long time ago and he needed another part. And he called me and I was telling him about you. And he said, my wife volunteers for Honor Flight.
Oh,
She sets all that stuff up. I said, oh, George loves you guys. I said, he really enjoyed that trip. He told me that his name's Craig, and he told me to tell you, he and his wife said, God bless you and thank you for your service.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. We're getting ready to take off from George's, and it's starting to get dark. But I've noticed something funny every time I come out here. This old green corn binder's starting to grow on me. I mean, I like it. Oh, it just spoke to me. Did you hear it? The flapper just went down. Huh. It's kind of cool, though. Looks like it's got a little deluxe chromage going on around the windows up there, too. Huh. I bet it runs. I bet you this thing runs. Pretty neat. George's trucks are solid too.
It runs, he was telling me.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't doubt it a bit.
He told me you could get right in that thing and fire it up. That one box next to where his shop is
Yeah?
goes with this.
Oh yeah, it matches the bed. Yeah.
Yeah, he told me this was hauling cattle for him up
Wow.
to 2 years ago.
Huh. George is a man of many surprises. Anyway, Classic Truck Rescue. Peace out.
All that needs is that rear end to be put underneath it instead of on top of it.
The fender's bent in. Driver's side rear fender's bent in on this truck. I remember that from last time we were here, but it's super solid. Let's see. What year is this one, George? It's a 52 Chevy. Half-ton long bed. It's got the original radio in the dash.
That one's a
Let me
6400.
see. Yeah, I got a customer who needs a hood for one of those. It's got the radio in the dash. It looks like a really solid truck. Not the 5-window, but still pretty cool. Grill's in real nice shape on it. It's a really solid truck, so I'll make him an offer on that.
That's a wagon.
That is an old wagon, isn't it? That might be something that went down the Oregon Trail right there.
That's cute.
Holy cow. That's some old school stuff right there. Yeah, that might have been George. You know anything about this wagon?
Well, I know I brought it from that place down below.
Oh yeah. Huh. And then there's a whole row of trucks up here. He's going to show us the engine. That looks pretty complete.
Oh, it is. I was using it for a chop wagon. I was out in the field one day and I just turned around to come home and it wouldn't run anymore. And I finally towed it in and I found out that I thought it was a broken axle or U-joint or something. All the matter was the main drive shaft where it comes out of the transmission. About that much of it was broke off.
Huh.
And that's all that's the matter with it. But it was running.
Heppner, Oregon. It's in eastern Oregon. And a lot of settlers that came out on the Oregon Trail settled right here. Heppner was known for horses, Heppner was known for horses, sheep, Heppner was known for cattle, sheep, horses, and wheat, right? Heppner was known for cattle, sheep, horses, and wheat. And people settled out here because